Right? Let us see. Now Shankaracharya gives one example. Beautiful example. Next verse number 84. Sharira poshanarthi san ya atmanam didrikshati graham darudhiya dhritva nadim tartum sagachati. Sharira poshanarthi san, being Sharira poshanarthi means being desirous of fattening, nourishing the body. Yaha atmanam didrikshati, one who desires to see the self. So his entire effort is in fattening the body, but he wants to study or wants to know the real self. What happens to such a person? Graham darudhiya dhritva. Dhritva, holding. Holding on to graha. Graha means crocodile. Holding on to crocodile, darudhiya, thinking that it is daru. Daru means wood. Daru doesn't mean liquor, okay, in Sanskrit. Daru means wood. Thinking that it is wood, that fellow is holding to crocodile. What happens? Nadim tartum sagachati. It is as though he is trying to cross the river by holding on to crocodile, thinking that it is wood. It is a wooden log. What will happen? Don't have to say also. Therefore, Shankaracharya is not even mentioning. It is understood, self-explanatory. You are holding on to crocodile. You are holding on, okay? Crocodile has not attacked you. You yourself have gone to hold on to the crocodile thinking that it is log of wood. What will happen? That crocodile will catch you. Purpose is to cross the ocean. Here, to cross the river. Correct. True. To cross the samsara and reach the self. That is the purpose. True. But you are holding on to wrong thing. You are holding on to body thinking that that is you. And then what? Then the entire effort is in beautifying the body. Such a person, it is needless to say, that will not reach the other shore, will not reach the par of that river, but will drown, will be eaten alive. Right? So, what you are supposed to do, if you are desirous of the self, give up the attachment to the body. Earlier he was talking about attachment to the world of objects. Now he is talking about attachment to the body. Take care of the body, but without being attached to it. That cannot become the purpose of life. Right? Therefore, be alert. At no point of time you should allow that attachment to the body enter in your mind. That's what he says. Let us see. Next verse number 85. Moha eva maha mrityuhu mumukshorvapuradishu moho vinirjito yena samukti padamarhati. He says, Vapuhu adishu moha eva mumukshoho mahamrityuhu. Vapu means body. Vapuhu adishu. In the body, etc., moha, delusion. What do you mean by delusion in the body? That you consider the body to be me. That is the moha. See, I think that I am this body. See, you just think about it. The sentence itself is so wrong. I am this body. Now, how I can be this? If it is this, then it is not me. But somehow, we get that feeling that I am this body. This is me. That this is me. See how again the sentence is so wrong. If it is this, then that means it is different from me. But somehow, we get this delusion. Now Shankaracharya says here, this delusion itself is Mahamrityuhu. Hey, what is Mahamrityuhu? Great death. Great death means what? It is like a suicide. You will remain in samsara forever. Why? Because you are holding on to something that is not you. You are considering the body to be you, and you see, you just think about it. How the moment we think that I am the body, how everything problematic starts. Why? Because the body is me. That means I have to be presentable, I have to look nice, everybody should appreciate me. I wear new dress and nobody calls, nobody says, oh, new dress. Nobody says, then I become sad. Oh, why? Nobody noticed. What is this? Then the body will have issues. You will consider it as your issues. You will make big fuss out of it. Considering yourself to be the body, you will have fear for death. Why? Because the body will end one day. Grey hair, oh, one side grey hair has started coming. Now let us do something. Either cut it or slowly, start coloring. For what? It is body, it is going to have all these modifications. Grey hair, natural, big deal. Suppose they are grey hair, no, but then it doesn't look nice. No, I say, let it not look nice. It is natural. Please understand, natural is always nice, by the way, unless we meddle with it. Natural, anything is very beautiful. We do some stupid thing there and then everything becomes a mess. Considering yourself to be the body or considering the body to be yourself itself is great death. Why? Because you have lost the purpose. But one who has given up this delusion, mohaha vinirjitaha yena. Vinirjitaha. Jitaha means one. Vishesha. Nisheshena jitaha. The person has conquered this moha. Moha can mean delusion, attachment. That's basically, that is the point. One who has conquered this delusion, one who has conquered this attachment, saha mukti padam arhati. Such a person deserves arhati. What? Mukti padam, the state of liberation. Great Mahatmas have conquered this delusion. There's a very famous story of Raman Maharshi. This Raman Maharshi ji, they say that he had a cancer. He had cancer means what? Body had cancer. And in those days, 1940s we are talking about, 1940s, 1950s. So there were not many hospitals to treat cancer, etc. And he was living in Arunachala, not Arunachal Pradesh, but in Tamil Nadu, under that mountain Arunachala. And then, so they got the doctor from Chennai, Madras at that time, to this place to operate on Raman Maharshi. But the doctor, while coming, forgot to bring anesthesia. What do you call that? Anesthesia medicine. That he forgot. And after he reached here, he realized, array, what did I do? Without anesthesia, how will I operate? So there is a lump, extra lump is there. No, cancer is there. That has to be cut from the body, separated from the body. I have to give anesthesia and then cut it. So they told Raman Maharshi ji that doctor has come, but operation cannot happen today. He has to go back and get that thing. He said, why? So the doctor said, because I forgot the anesthesia medicine. He says, what that medicine does? He says, because of that medicine, you don't feel. That portion of your body becomes numb. You don't have any sensation towards that portion, so that we can operate. He says, that I can do even without anesthesia. You start. So without anesthesia, the doctor started the operation. And he said, Raman Maharshi, not even change in his expression. In between, he was seeing also what is this person doing. And doctor, because he is operating, he has to have focus. After some time, suddenly he realized, oh God, I have not given anesthesia. How is this person managing? Just looked at his face. Raman Maharshi's face was same. No change. Imagine, a part of your body is cut. And you didn't feel anything. Why? Attachment to body is not there at all. Think about it. A small pin touches our finger. Has not gone inside. Touched finger. Nowadays, the pin also is not required. On the stones we can't walk. Without chappal, shoes, etc., we can't walk normally on the ground also. Why? Too much pricking. Think, think the state of a Mahatma who is detached from the body so much that he doesn't even feel. Yena moha vinirjitaha. One who has completely conquered this attachment and this delusion, saha mukti padam arhati. He alone deserves liberation. Right? Therefore, what you should do? Give up this delusion. Give up this attachment. Next verse number 87. Let us see. Tvang mamsa rudirasnayu medo majjasthi sankulam purnam mutra purishabhyam sthulam nindyamidam vapuhu. He says, idam vapuhu. This body, last two words. Idam vapuhu, sthulam, which is gross body, no? It is what? Nindyam. It is blameworthy, condemnable. It should be criticized. Nindya. Why? Because you just think about it, what is it made of? Sankulam, first line you see. Sankulam. Sankulam means it is a mixture, it is a conglomerate. Conglomerate of what? All the filthy things. It is full of filth. Earlier also he had said these 7 dhatu, sapta dhatu, no? That he is telling again. Tvak, skin. Mamsa, flesh. Tvank, mamsa. Rudhira. Rudhira is blood vessels. Snayu. Snayu means muscle. Medaha, fat. Fat, no? In the body fat is there. Body fat. Huh? Medaha, fat. Majja. Majja is marrow. Bone marrow. Asti, bone. Which part do you want? Which part? Skin you want? Cut off the skin and give it to that person. You like skin? Take it. Pack it in one plastic bag and give it. Fat, all the fat you want to remove, nowadays in operation etc. they remove the fat. Okay, remove it in a give one plastic bag, give it. You like, no? This is what you like, go take it. Blood, oh ho ho. See, we are so funny people, I tell you. As long as these hair, nails, etc. are on our body, we take care of them. The moment it falls down, then boys, etc., the small boys, etc., they are very much their mother, etc., sister in the house, and then hair will be there automatic, obvious it is. But they don't, they pick it up as though it is some kind of alien thing which has come. When we cut the nails, do we preserve those nails? No, immediately we throw in the dustbin. Oh, very interesting. As long as they were on my hands, I called them me. Immediately in 1 minute when I cut, I throw it out. Don't even look back in the dustbin. Isn't it? Think. Actually, what is this whole body? It's all filth. But God is a great, what we say, marketing person. Why? Because such a filth He has wrapped up in a so beautiful box that we feel, oh, so beautiful. Just one layer, let it come out. Then you will say, I really appreciate these doctors who do operations, etc. You know, oh, great people they are. No doubt about it. How you can't even see. One layer of skin comes out and you see what kind of things are there. All ugly, smelly. And this is what we call as me. Can you imagine that? And then when this is me, then I am attracted to other bodies. Again, why is Shankaracharya showing such a vivid picture? So that that yuck feeling is created in our Mind, I don't want. I cannot say that this is me. And he doesn't get over. What is he saying? Purnam mutra purishabhyam purnam. And what is it full of? It is full of urine and fecal matter. That is what it has. Yeah. And that's what we call as I. What? How? This is not me. This is not me. Right? So, you see, and interesting. Not a single part individually we'd like. Bone. Bone. Do we like bones? No, we don't. Even those people who eat non-veg don't eat bones. Isn't it? I have heard. Not sure, but I have heard. They remove it. Bone, etc. You remember in that biology lab, etc., they will put one skeleton which will be moving like this. Do you remember? It is okay to look at, but please understand that is also inside you. You are only going to remain that much when you die. That is what it is. Full of all the filthy matter, and even it is composed. After composition also, it is not a very beautiful thing. It is just something that is given as instrument. We use it and we throw it. Don't create unnecessary attachment towards it. That is what Shankaracharya ji is saying. Now, how is this body made up of? Let us read verse number 88. Panchikritebhyo bhutebhyah sthulebhyah purvakarmana samutpannamidam sthulam bhogayatanamaatmanah avastha jagarastasya sthularthanubhavo yatah. He says, Panchikritebhyah bhutebhyah sthulebhyah. This he had explained before. Panchikarana process. What is the Panchikarana process? The 5 subtle elements become 5 gross elements. In their subtle form, they are pure. They only have themselves. Right? But then they mix with other 4 elements and become gross. And these grossified 5 elements then in permutation and combination give rise to this gross body and the gross world that we see. That's what he says here. Panchikritebhyah, which have become 5. Which have become 5? Which have undergone the process of Panchikarana. Sthulebhyah bhutebhyah. The bhutebhyah, the elements, the 5 elements. Sthulebhyah, which are gross. From them, idam sthulam samutpannam. This gross body, samutpannam, is created. So, all our gross bodies are made up of same 5 elements. There is no difference. And that's why Vedanta is telling you that why are you discriminating? Even if from the standpoint of the body, everybody's body is made up of same 5 elements. How can you discriminate? That somebody is fair, somebody is dark, somebody is brown, somebody is yellow, somebody is tall, somebody is short, somebody is fat, somebody is lean, thin. How can you distinguish? Why? All are made up of same material. Of course, from the higher standpoint, everybody is that supreme self, so there is no way you can discriminate. But even from the standpoint of the body, how can you discriminate? Because all of us are made up of same 5 elements. No, but how are we different then? If all of us are made up of, all of us means all our gross bodies are made up of same elements, how come you look different from me? What creates that? Purva karmana. See, last word of the second pada. Panchikritebhyah bhutebhyah stulebhyah purva karmana. So, the material used to create the gross body is the 5 gross elements, correct? Material. But how is the body fashioned? What is the cause? The cause is purva karma, your own previous actions. So you have a particular shape, particular color, particular size, everything dependent on what? Your own past actions. In other words, 5 gross elements is the material cause of the gross body, and one's own prarabdha karma is the efficient cause of the gross body. That's why after explaining both, he says samutpannamidam sthulam. So gross body is formed. How? The material used is the 5 gross elements. The fashion, the way it is structured, the way it is fashioned is because of one's own prarabdha karma. Correct? That is how gross body is formed. That is how gross body is created. Even the animals, even if you say dog, all dogs are not same. How? Because of their own past actions. Their own prarabdha is resulting in this shape, this form, this color. Right? So, panchikritebhya bhutebhya stulebhya purva karmana samutpannam idam sthulam. Right? Then what is the function? The function is bhogayatanam atmanaha. Atmana here doesn't mean for the self. Here it means atmana means for the individual. It is bhoga ayatanam. Bhoga means experience. Ayatana means house. House of experience. Counter of experience it is. Means what? He will explain this further also. Staying in the body we are experiencing the world. Staying in the body we are experiencing the world. Therefore the body is called as house of experience. Means what? Staying in this house we are experiencing. Or you can say it is like a counter, that you are on this side of the counter and world is on the other side of the counter. See, even the distinction of inside and outside we do with respect to body only. Isn't it? Inside, outside. So this body is the counter. This body is the house. All the experiences are staying in this house the jiva, the individual is experiencing. So this gross body's function is what? To house the individual so that the individual can experience, right? And therefore, see, think about it. When our one part of the body is not functioning well, our experience is, what we say, is restricted. If my eyes are not functioning properly, then I cannot experience the joy of seeing. So my experiences happen when I am staying in this body. So body is called as bhoga ayatanam, house of experience, right? Or rather house for experience, house of experience, house for experience. That is what it is. And then what is the special state of this gross body? Avastha state, jagaraha. Jagaraha, waking state, is the special state of this gross body. Why? Because when I am sleeping or I am dreaming, I am not aware of the gross body. So we will see 3 states: waking state, dream state and deep sleep state. Jagrat avastha, swapna avastha and sushupti avastha. In that the special state for gross body is jagara. Jagara means jagrat avastha. Jagrat avastha means waking state. In the waking, the entire class is going on in the waking state, hopefully, if you have not fallen asleep. If you have, then the class is not going on for you, some other class is going on, something else is happening. But all the transaction with the world, everything is happening in the waking. So in this waking, my gross body is completely available. When I am dreaming, when I am in deep sleep, my gross body is there, but I am not aware of it. Right? So avastha jagaraha tasya sharirasya, of that gross body, avastha jagaraha. Why? Why waking state is the state for the gross body? Yataha, because sthula artha anubhavaha. Because in that waking state, there is experience, anubhava, of sthula artha, of gross objects. Sthula gross, artha objects. So in that state only you experience gross objects. This is a watch, this is iPad, this is table, this is TV, this is lights. Where am I experiencing all these gross objects? In the waking state. Remember, in my dream state, this watch is not there. Even if I see a watch in dream, it will be a different watch created by my mind. We will see that later. But this gross watch, these gross objects are not available in other states. They are only available for my experience in the waking state. And therefore, waking state is the state of this gross body. Avastha jagarastasya sthula artha anubhava yataha, whereas there is a experience of sthula artha, gross objects. Shankaracharya in Tattvabodha defines this Jagrata Avastha in this way. Shrotradi jnanendriyaihi shabdadi vishayaischa nyayate itiya sa Jagrata Avastha sthula sharira abhimani atma vishwa ityuchyate. Through the sense organs, I am perceiving the sense objects. That state is called as waking state. And in that state, I am the waker. I am the waker. That waker is called as Vishwa. That in the dream state, when I am dreaming, I will be given different name. In waking, I am waker. I am given a special name, Vishwa. You are experiencing it through the gross body. So that Bhoga Ayatanam was said. That is explained now in the next verse, verse number 90. Let us see. Sarvopi bahya samsarah purushasya yadashrayah vidhi dehamidam sthulam grihavad grihamedhinah. Sarvah api bahya samsarah, the entire outside world. Purushasya, for a person, the entire outside world, yad ashrayah, is supported by, is dependent on what? Vidhi dehamidam sthulam. Know that to be gross body. So that on which the entire outside world is dependent upon for a person is the gross body. Means what? This house, I say, is my house as long as I am in this body. This is my father, my mother, my wife, my husband, my children as long as I am in this body. This is my birthplace, this is my hometown as long as I am in this body. So for a person, the entire outside world is supported by or dependent upon gross body. Like what? Grihavat grihamedhinah. Grihamedhi. Grihamedhi means householder. It is like a house for a householder. So body is like our house. What do you mean body is like our house? Staying in this house, we interact with the world outside. Staying in this house. When the time comes, we leave this house and take up another house. Isn't it true? And when we give up this house, everything attached to the house also is given up. When I give up this body, all my relations, everything that I called as my is all given up. And then I take up new body. Then through that new body, I will have new my. New my means my father, my mother, my brother, my sister, my husband, my wife, everything, my house, my phone, everything will be there. All this is through the body. So this gross body is the ashraya, is the support of entire outside world for an individual. Right? It also means that I am not the body. It also means that. Why? Because I am someone who is giving up the body and taking up new body. I am someone, griha medhi, householder, is different from the house. Now the only thing that we have to do is consider the house not as yours, but as something given to you for a purpose. Consider that you are the caretaker of the house, not the owner of the house. The body is not mine. I am taking care of the body so that I can transact with the world. This is God's only, given to me by God. I am just using it for serving that same God. That's it. I am not the owner, I am the caretaker. What it means? It means everything, all kinds of dharmas, all kinds of qualities, all kinds of functions which are associated with the body are not mine. Careful. When the window of the house is broken, I don't say I am broken. I say window of my house is broken. Why? Because window is the part of the house. Carefully think. Householder is different from the house. And therefore the qualities, properties, functions of the house do not belong to the householder. They belong to the house. Now householder suppose starts to think that I am the house, then he will take all those properties on oneself. Otherwise, they don't belong to the householder. Now this subtle body is the second conditioning that I have. Conditioning upadhi. Upadhi means what? Something that is not me but is taken to be me. Something that is not me but is considered to be me. That is called upadhi. When the word comes, we will see the meaning also. Right? So now Shankaracharya starts to explain this subtle body. Now, in subtle body, there are many parts. So first what is he doing is, he is explaining all those parts. And then he will put all these parts together and tell us what is the subtle body. So next 4 verses, 92, 93, 94, 95, they are explaining different parts of the subtle body. Individual parts he is explaining. What is that? Let us see. Verse number 92. Buddhindriyani shravanam tvagakshi granam cha jivva vishayavabodhanat vakpanipada gudamapyupastha karmendriyani pravanena karmasu. Again here Shankaracharya's brilliance we will see. He is not only explaining the different parts, he is also telling us why these parts are called by this name. So first thing he says is, in the first line, he is explaining Buddhindriyani. Buddhindriyani here means Jnanendriyani. Buddhi here means Jnana. So Jnanendriyani, Jnanendriyani, the organs of perception, organs of knowledge. These are the organs of knowledge. What? Shravanam, ears. Tvak, skin. Akshi, eye. Eye, ear, eyes. When you say one eye, I understand both eyes. Akshi, eye. Granam, nose. Ch and jivva, tongue. So 5 organs of perception. Ears, skin, eyes, nose, tongue. 5 organs of perception. Shrotram, tvak, chakshuhu, rasana, granam. As explained in Tattvabodha. Now here only words are different. Shrotram is called here as Shravanam. Tvak is tvak. Chakshu is called as Akshi. rasana, granam. The order is little bit changed. But these are the 5 organs of perception, 5 organs of knowledge. Why are they called as organs of knowledge? Vishaya avabodhanat is giving the reason. Because they know the objects. Therefore, they are called as organs of knowledge. They are collecting the data from outside objects, from the world outside. Therefore, they are called as the organs of perception, organs of knowledge. Jnanendriya. The 5 Jnanendriyas. Right? Then second line explains the 5 Karmendriyas. Karmendriyani. Karmendriyani, the organs of action. So, if the Jnanendriyas are input organs, Karmendriyani are output organs. Means what? Through Jnanendriyas, you take the world inside for experience. Through Karmendriyas, you go outside or you work in the outside world. That's why Karma Indriyani, the organs of action. What are they? Vak, speech. Pani, hands. Pada, legs. Because 3 are said, therefore Vak, Pani, Padaha. The speech, the hands, the legs. Gudam, anus. Api, and also Upasthaha, genital organ. 5 organs of action. Vak, speech. Pani, hands. Pada, legs. Gudam, anus. Upastha, genital. These are the 5 organs through which we act in the world. So, 5 Jnanendriyas are for perceiving, gathering knowledge. 5 organs of action. Karmendriyas are for acting in the world. Why are they called as Karmendriyas? Pravanena karmasu. Karmasu pravanena. Because of their tendency in action, they are called as organs of action. It is simple. You should understand. Organs of knowledge are called as organs of knowledge because of their capacity to know the world of objects. Karmendriyas are called as Karmendriya, means organs of action are called as organs of action because of their tendency to act. Now somebody says, one second. What? You just told that this is part of subtle body. Now if it is part of subtle body, I should not be able to perceive. Isn't it? Ears, eyes, nose, tongue, skin. Can you see? Can you see my eyes, ear, nose? Yeah. Very much clearly. Not very good to look at, but I can see. Speech. Just now we explained that speech is heard. So speech is gross. My hands, my legs, you are seeing. Then why are they called as subtle? So here is where we have to understand one concept. In Vedanta, when we say Indriya, the word Indriya is used, organ. The Indriya refers to the power because of which that instrument is functioning. Its place of functioning, the aperture, is called as Golaka. Understand the difference between Indriya and Indriya Golaka. Means what? The physical eye that you see is Golaka, is an aperture. Whereas the sense organ or the organ of knowledge, Jnanendriya, Chakshu Jnanendriya, Chakshurindriya, which is called. That Chakshurindriya is not this eye. Chakshurindriya is the power of eye that functions through this aperture physical eye. Power to see. So in the same way, ears, Golaka is this, aperture is this. But when you say Shrotra Indriya, what are we referring to? We are referring to the power to hear. That Indriya works through Golaka and gets the information or acts in the world. In both cases, Jnanendriya and Karmendriya. But the Indriya is working through Golaka. The organ is working through aperture. So what you are seeing is aperture, not the organ. What you are seeing, what we see of each other is Golaka, not Indriya. So Indriya is part of subtle body. Golaka is part of gross body. Okay. So when it is said Jnanendriya, Karmendriya, we are not referring to these hands, these eyes, etc. We are referring to the power behind these apertures. Speech is power to speak, not the words that come out. Hands is power to hold. Legs is power to walk, to commute. Anus is the power to send the material out. Genital is the power of reproduction. We are not referring to the aperture, which is gross. We are referring to the organ, which is subtle. Careful. Many people study Vedanta for a long time but don't get this distinction clear. Jnanendriyas and Karmendriyas are called or become part of subtle body because we are referring to the power behind the aperture and not the aperture itself. The aperture is gross. There is no doubt about it. Golaka is Stula only, but Indriya is Sukshma. That Indriya is part of subtle body. So the Indriya functions through Golaka. The function can be of input or output, Jnanendriya or Karmendriya, depending on the aperture, depending on the Indriya. But that is what is called as Indriya, Jnanendriya and Karmendriya. That is the first part of subtle body.